Hi Capricorn, welcome to December 2019. You have a new house guest. He moves in on December 2nd and his name is Jupiter. And you're going to find that in December you are the busiest bee. While other people may be lost or broken, you're kicking butt and taking names. So be patient with other people because they're not as easily taking advantage of this energy like you can. And it's going to take us a while to get up to speed, and you're just fast tracking everything. And for some of you, if there's been a project you've been wanting to get done and you thought it was going to be carried over into 2020, you'll be pleasantly surprised to find that it's going to be fast tracked right in December. And you are really taking stock of what you've accomplished in 2019. And when you do that, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Take a moment here in December and look back at what you've accomplished in 2019. It is very significant. And this is where you can do your year-end review. For you, it's a life-affirming process. And doing this in the spirit of supporting you and your growth, instead of trying to figure out what has failed this year, see the bigger picture in the context and the content together. So look at the bigger picture of your life. Don't just focus on, what failed or what didn't work, but focus on how much you've grown, how much you've learned, how much you have accomplished. Another thing you're learning too is that the better you take care of you, the better your relationships are. So there's a direct correlation here with you that the better you take care of self, the more available you are to others and the better your relationships go. And that's good news. So this is very exciting. Now, having Jupiter in Capricorn, it's not like you're going to get up every day and you're going to be euphoric. However, it is going to bring significant opportunities your way that you haven't seen before and that you can take advantage of if we are willing to do the work and put in the time. That is the requirement because we're in Capricorn and Saturn rules Capricorn and Pluto is in Capricorn, and we have to do our work. We have to do our homework. We have to be willing to put in the time. And when we put in the time, we see the results. Now, Venus will sextile Mars on the 3rd. This is great for relationships. It's great for getting along with others. It's great for connecting with others. It's a lovely, beautiful energy. Now, the Sun will be squared by Neptune on the 8th, and that's a very sleepy energy. So if you find yourself feeling sleepy, Neptune is kind of putting us all to sleep here, especially in the northern hemisphere where the days are getting shorter and it's darker early. And so it's not an energy to push. This is a time to really take care of ourselves, take care of your health, and just check in with yourself. If you're feeling really good, get a lot done. If you're not, that means to rest and recharge your batteries. Mercury enters Sagittarius on the 9th. And Venus will couple with Saturn on the 11th. Now this is really good because Venus is with Saturn and Pluto here at the full moon on December 11th and 12th. Depending on where you are in the planet, here in the East Coast, it is right after midnight on the 12th. So for much of the planet, it will be on the 11th. And we have the Sun in Sagittarius, we have the Moon in Gemini, and they're being T-squared by Neptune. However, it's not exact. We've already did the exact on the 8th. And so it is there, and it is about working in your dream journal. It's about working in your visioning. It is about focusing on your highest ideals. And for you, it is in the area of self-care, taking care of yourself. The Moon is in the area of health habits and work habits. And the sun is in the area of working behind the scenes, finishing up projects. And this is the good news, is that with Venus in here, in Capricorn, and coupled with Saturn, this can help you get things done, work well with others. You even look better when Venus is in your sign. She just makes us look better when she's in our sign. There is some sort of adjustment that you need to make because Saturn is making an inconjunct to the moon. So there is some sort of an adjustment that you'll need to make at the time of the full moon. It has to do with you, maybe, getting extra rest, or maybe you need to put in more time with something. Maybe you got the go on a project you've been working on that upper management, the higher ups want it done, by Christmas. And so you've got the green lights. And so now you're putting in overtime. For some of you, it could be something missing, like there's something you don't know. There's something that you need to figure out first. Something that, a missing piece to whatever it is you're trying to do. It has to do with work. It could have to do with health too. With Venus involved, we want to be seeking the advice of other people. We want to be teaming up with other people because that will give you the insight that you need to solve this puzzle that the Gemini full moon is serving up here. With Saturn, it's always about being practical and grounded. With Sagittarius, it's about dreaming big. And, with the moon in Gemini, it's all about being social and connecting and networking and speaking, writing, teaching, communication, which can be a bit challenged because Neptune's involved here. And that's where intuition comes in. That's where we want to do our alchemy, do our magic, set our intention for what we want to create here in this last month of the year and all of 2020 coming up. So it is an opportunity to be creative and innovative in the area of work for you, as well as your health. Taking good care of you is really important at this time. And Venus will exactly conjunct Pluto on the 13th. So they're just sitting together here. Saturn, Venus, and Pluto. And, she helps smooth things over. They are the heavyweights, though. I don't know how much smoothing she can do with those two. But it does help to have the goddess of love there. And she's moving fast, though. She moves into Aquarius on the 20th. So a week later, she's in Aquarius. And Saturn and Pluto are together. There is nothing separating them. It's on. And this is the story of 2020, is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime energy that's happening here at your solar eclipse, which is coming up. And so the sun enters Capricorn on the 21st. Happy birthday. And we have winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. And then on Christmas, we have the Capricorn solar eclipse. Depending on where you live, here on the East Coast, it is right after midnight on the 26th. So it's on the 25th and the 26th. And this is very significant. Now, this is your last solar eclipse, Capricorn. You will have one more eclipse in July, which will be a lunar eclipse. And so this is it. And this is about new beginnings, fresh start, new start. And wow, what a wonderful eclipse this is. We have the sun and the moon coupled together with Jupiter sitting so close together with the sun and the moon. Fantastic. And they're all being trined by Uranus in Taurus. This is sudden opportunities, sudden breakthroughs, feeling lucky, sudden change that gives your life this new sense of freedom, and an event that can be, financial gain. It is an energy, it's about being open to new ideas, new technology, new way of doing things. Looking at your goals and your priorities. Also having optimism and hope. And that's kind of a challenge to do with the Saturn Pluto because they're just the grumpy old men, and they're just calling the shots, really. And we have to work with the energy. This is probably one of the most significant astrology of our lifetime, and it's never going to happen again like this in Capricorn at this time. And so it's very significant. They will go exact on January 12th. So we're already in it, though, here in December. And at the solar eclipse, we're in it. And so it's like the best of times, the worst of times. Things are really good, things are really bad. At the same time, that we have to work with this energy. So it's not like, it's not going to be like this. Well, when has life has ever been just totally euphoria? I don't know about you, but I've had moments or really great days, but it's not like, we're in the age of Aquarius and everybody's liberated and free. We're still dealing with, the negativity going on in the world and the politics and all that. And so when you focus on what you can do, and that is, something I'm really noticing here with this energy. I'm already feeling it here in November about the control issues. One of the things the universe is asking us to do is to let that go, because the only thing you can really control is yourself. You can't control other people. You can't control outcome. You can't control events. And when you are trying to control other people and not trusting them and letting them do their job, you're coming from fear, and that has to do with something lacking within self. It has to do with something that happened in childhood, and so it's about healing yourself. And that is really what Jupiter is so good at when he's in your sign, is soul retrieval, healing the self, coming to a whole new level of wholeness, self-empowerment, growth, development, maturity, wisdom. And you're going to have a whole year of this with Jupiter helping you with that, growing you and strengthening you. And what a wonderful new moon you have. You get one new moon a year and one full moon a year. And this is your new moon. And you have Jupiter, the closest planet to the sun and the moon, all in positive energy flow with Uranus. Sudden opportunities, sudden breakthroughs, sudden luck, new ideas, the ability to grasp something that might have been challenging before. Now you can learn it. Now you can, learn technology, learn astrology, learn something that you want to learn. And I am offering my YouTube Insiders course here in January. I'm really excited about it because it was a smashing success in August, and it's really helped a lot of people grow their businesses. And, if you have any interest in having a YouTube channel, check out my free webinar. The link is below. Just go to my website and you can sign up and you get a free gift. And it's going to be an amazing course. It's a wonderful way, in the Northern Hemisphere when it's cold outside, to be inside and focusing and getting our work done. And then when the course finishes, it'll be spring. So it's totally from dormancy to the awakening, and it's exciting. And you've got this new start now. This is about, it's almost like you're reincarnating without changing bodies. This is about a new life for you. This is a new beginning, and it has a lot of optimism and hope in it because Jupiter is so close to that sun and moon, all trining Uranus in the area of creative self-expression, true love, romance, risk-taking. And this is about taking a risk. This energy is not about playing small. This energy is about going after what you want and being successful, doing the work. It does require, with Saturn and Pluto and Capricorn, we have to do the work. There's no fake it till you make it. It's do the work, move up. Do the work, move up. And that's great. I think it's great. I think it's just an amazing energy when you combine passion, Pluto, with purpose, Saturn, and with Jupiter, optimism and hope, and Uranus, risk-taking. You know, all of these energies are here to support you and empower you on your journey. And it's just the beginning. So here at this eclipse, the doors are opening for you. And it's all about new beginnings. New beginnings with self, new beginnings with your life, and new beginnings with relationships as well. And, you know, what happens in December is a precursor to all of 2020, because Saturn and Pluto are together. They're separated by 1 degree at the Capricorn solar eclipse on the 25th and 26th. They go exact on January 12th, and the Cancer lunar eclipse will be, you know, at the same time in January, 2 weeks after this one, you know, the 10th, the 11th of January. And so we are in a time where it is about doors opening. And if a door closes, that's higher power. That's the universe saying, you don't need to be there anymore. You don't need to focus there anymore. You don't need to put your energy there anymore. We want this new beginning for you. We want this new start for you. This is the time for you to have a new beginning and a new start with your life and your work and everything you're doing. And yeah, it can feel daunting at times because you have so many planets in your sign at the time of the eclipse. And it's going to continue in January because Jupiter and Mars and Saturn and Pluto are going to couple together in February and March. So January, February, March will be the greatest intensity of this energy. And then we get a bit of a reprieve because Saturn's going to move into Aquarius, I believe late March, and then he's in there April, May, June. So we're in this energy right now. It is on. And it is about change. It is about constructive growth, constructive activities in your life. Being very focused and determined to achieve your goals and your priorities and being successful at whatever you're doing. It's so important that you're supporting yourself at this time, like believing in yourself and what you can do. Because this is your new start, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime energy. And we're never going to be here again. And so we are beginning this new journey at this time. And it's exciting. Yes, we have to surrender control. Yes, we have to not try to control outcome and not, you know, let fear take over. And when that comes up, that's when you want to step back and check in with yourself, you know, because it could be triggering something from childhood. And if you're working on yourself and healing that part of you, that's when you can surrender and let everyone around you do their job. Trust that they can do what they're here to do, and that your job is to take good care of you. Then the sun is going to couple with Jupiter exactly on the 27th, and it's right there in the eclipse. And that is a once a year aspect that happens once a year when the sun couples with Jupiter. And that is a fantastic new start for you too. And, you know, this is your new beginning. This is the new start. Set your intention for what you want to create here in December and all of 2020. Because you're not going to have another new moon until the end of next year. So this is it. And this is all about new beginnings. And there's a new kind of freedom with this solar eclipse. There's a new kind of freedom. It's about new activity, new opportunities. And it's the final eclipse, solar eclipse in Capricorn, which is very significant. Then Mercury enters Capricorn on the 28th. So now you have the sun. Well, the moon will be moved on by then. The moon will be moved on into Aquarius, but you have the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, South Node, Saturn, and Pluto, and the asteroid Ceres in Capricorn. This is very significant. And then we have Happy New Year on the 31st. We enter a new decade. So not only do we have, some of the most significant astrology of our lifetime, but we're entering a new decade. It's not just a new year, it's a new decade. Yay! It's so significant what's happening. So for those of you open for love, well, why not? You have Jupiter in your sign, and you have Venus in your sign for most of the month too, until about the 20th. So that first 3 weeks. So there could be someone, significant that is, here for you. And with Venus and Jupiter, together, this could be someone really special. So you could be, meeting someone very special at this time. And that's why it's so important that you're taking care of yourself, and the better you take care of you, the better relationships go. So be open to reaching out, whether, you're reaching out to them, or maybe, you meet them at a party, or, through work or social media, however you're connecting with others. There's an awesome opportunity here for love, as well as business and work, which is very good and significant. For those of you coupled, you do have Uranus in that area of romance, harmonizing with you. The only challenge I see with this is because there's such a focus in Capricorn that you can't help but be self-focused. You can't help but be focused on what you need to do. So don't forget your partner, for those of you coupled. Don't forget you have a partner there, because you can kind of get, caught up in what you're doing and the significance of what you're doing at this time, that you can almost forget that your partner is there with you. So make sure you're including your partner in whatever you're doing and your life, so that they don't feel left out of all of this activity going on with you. Career looks fantastic. And it is a wonderful time to start a new business, to start something new, start your own YouTube channel. Anything that you've been wanting to do, now is the time to do it. Mercury is direct. This is a wonderful energy to get moving, get going, and initiate new projects. Anything that you've been wanting to do, you've got the green lights. It's time to make it happen and go for it. And you could be getting, for those of you working for someone else, you could be getting a promotion. You could be moving up in the company, but it will bring more responsibility because Saturn's there and involved. So, think about that too. Yes, it'll bring greater prosperity, but greater responsibility as well. And with Venus moving into Aquarius, that is in your money house. That's good news. That is very helpful and beneficial to you. And a wonderful way to end the year, having the goddess of prosperity and abundance in your money house. So that's good news. So money's looking good here for you, Capricorn, at your birthday, and January as well, for those Cappies born in January. This is good. This is very exciting. Health, how are you taking care of your health? Very important to be, resting and re-energizing and recharging yourself so that you are feeling really good going into the new year. Very exciting. Spiritually, the biggest message I'm getting for all of us is to not try to control outcome, not try to control other people, not, surrender that need to control. If there's something that you're really concerned about, give it over to the angels. Ask for divine intervention. Let them intercede on your behalf. They can do much better than we can. And that way you're giving it over to higher power, and you're free to go about and take care of you and what you do have control over in your life. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Capricorn, you're rocking awesome. And thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Yay! And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel, and it does let you know when I upload. And I'm offering my YouTube Insiders free webinar in January. You may want to check that out. It might be the perfect time for you to grow in a new direction and reach millions of people through YouTube. And have fun too. We do have a lot of fun in the course. And that link is below in the Show More section. It's also up in the cards. Oh, it's so exciting. So until next time, you have a new house guest. His name is Jupiter, and he's blessing you. You are divinely blessed at this time, Capricorn. And happy birthday, and happy new year, and happy holidays. We got a lot of happies here. Happy New Year, happy Christmas, happy holidays. Woohoo! It's exciting.